Global Panorama, a view of diplomacy at the intersection of East and West in Sevinch Gulmamedova's presentation.
Good day, dear viewers. In today's episode, we will talk about a tragedy that's left a deep scar in the hearts of the Azerbaijani people, one that is impossible to forget. The Azerbaijan Airlines Baku-Grozny flight was marked by an accident that occurred near the city of Aktau, Kazakhstan last month. At the time when the New Year's atmosphere had enveloped the country, this tragic news wounded the heart of every Azerbaijani. Families waiting for their loved ones during the holiday season replaced their tears of joy with tears of sorrow. Out of the 67 passengers and crew members on board, only 29 survived with various injuries. This miracle became possible thanks to the extraordinary professionalism and courage demonstrated by the pilots of the aircraft until the last moment. The incident serves as a black mark in Azerbaijan's aviation history. It is also the first plane crash since December 2005. The number 38, which reflects the number of lives lost in the crash, is not just a statistical figure, but dozens of unfinished human lives and shattered dreams. Today we commemorate their memory. We remember them with deep sorrow, give condolences to their families, and hope for a quick recovery for those who were injured. In this program, we will discuss the causes of this tragedy, the details of the incident, and the steps that should be taken to prevent such an incident from happening again in the future. The crash of an Azerbaijan Airlines aircraft, which had built a reputation as a safe airline by conducting accident-free flights for many years, and had repeatedly received the prestigious 4-star rating from the UK's Skytrax consulting company, created a shock effect both in Azerbaijan and around the world. Usually in such accidents, the first instances that come to mind are technical malfunction, poor weather conditions, or a bird stuck in the aircraft's engine. However, the special commission created by the Azerbaijani government immediately after the accident determined that the plane was forced to make an unplanned emergency landing in Aktau and crashed after losing control due to external interference. The discovery of impact marks on the aircraft's fuselage strengthened the possibility that the incident was a terrorist attack or armed intervention. Such marks usually occur as a result of gunfire or rocket attacks. The assumption of external interference was also confirmed by witness statements from some passengers. Some of the survivors reported hearing unusual sounds during the flight and feeling something hitting the aircraft.
The plane crash in Aktau has raised many questions. The aircraft was headed from Baku to Grozny and was supposed to make an emergency landing either in this city or in nearby cities like Makhachkala and Minvadi. However, the liner was diverted to Aktau. This matter is currently under investigation. While some sources claim that the plane was accidentally shot down in Russian airspace, others believe it was forced to land. Official investigation results regarding these versions have not yet been released to the public. This incident, besides being a great loss for Azerbaijan, has also brought regional and international security issues back to the forefront. This investigation is being closely followed not only by the Azerbaijani public but also by aviation experts. Such crashes are usually attributed to technical malfunction, human error, or external interference. The crash in Aktau confirms the latest version, external interference, which has gained more credibility.
President Ilham Aliyev has expressed condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in the accident and stated that all necessary steps will be taken for the treatment of the injured. By order of the president, special assistance teams were sent to the scene, and rescue operations have begun. The Azerbaijani government has declared that it will work with international partners for a complete and objective investigation into the causes of the accident. This incident also makes it necessary to review safety standards in Azerbaijani aviation. Issues such as strengthening security protocols, monitoring flight routes, and compliance with aviation rules have been identified as priority tasks after the accident. This rare accident in Azerbaijan's aviation history has brought both domestic and international security issues back on the agenda.
The Aktau accident has brought the influence of geopolitical interests in the region to the forefront. The necessity of cooperation between Azerbaijan and Russia is emphasized in matters of airspace, border security, and monitoring of international flights. Risks related to such incidents are increasing against the background of ongoing conflicts in the region, including disputed issues in the Caucasus and Central Asia. An objective investigation into the plane crash, with the participation of international experts, is expected. While the Aktau tragedy marks a significant turning point for the aviation industry and Azerbaijan, it also highlights the need for stricter control of security in the future. Ensuring the safety of Azerbaijani aircraft on international air routes and the desire to prevent such incidents from recurring requires taking important steps.
The plane crash has caused deep sorrow and concern in Azerbaijan and the international community, creating widespread resonance both from humanitarian and diplomatic perspectives. The country's leadership immediately provided necessary responses to the incident, implementing several urgent measures at the state level. December 26, the day after the crash, was declared a day of mourning in Azerbaijan. Government representatives met with the families of the victims, offering condolences and providing material and moral support to those affected. Emergency medical assistance was organized for the treatment of the injured, and cooperation between Azerbaijani and Kazakh hospitals was strengthened. The incident has caused great resonance beyond Azerbaijan's borders. Officials from international organizations and leaders of various countries have sent messages of condolence to the people of Azerbaijan. The United Nations, European Union, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and other international organizations condemned the incident and offered cooperation to strengthen aviation security. Also, officials from Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkey, and other countries expressed their condolences to the Azerbaijani government and indicated they would assist in investigating the incident.
The Aktau incident has brought aviation security and international airspace management issues to the forefront. The plane crash in Kazakhstan's airspace has made it necessary to review route changes and air safety protocols. The Azerbaijani government has demanded further strengthening of international aviation safety standards and instructed relevant authorities to enhance their activities. At the same time, large-scale rescue operations were conducted at the scene. During these operations, rescuers and law enforcement agencies from Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Russia cooperated. Some injured passengers were evacuated and placed in hospitals in Baku and Astana. The consequences of the crash have sparked widespread discussions on social media. Most users demanded a more serious approach to aviation security. This tragedy shows that cooperation between countries is essential to ensure the safety of international flights and to prevent potential risks. Government officials have also addressed this issue, declaring that strengthening security measures in regional air transport will be a priority. This incident has also once again proved that human life is more valuable than anything else.
Although the possibility of external interference in the Baku-Grozny plane crash is strong, the technical malfunction version has also been investigated. According to the official statement by Azerbaijan Airlines, the aircraft underwent a complete technical inspection before the flight and no malfunction was detected. This reduces the likelihood that the crash was related to technical problems. Also, considering the pilot's professionalism and experience, it was concluded that human error was not the main cause of the crash. Another version suggests that the incident was deliberately caused with the intention of creating diplomatic tension in the region. Therefore, a special joint commission has been established between Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Russia to investigate the causes of the accident. International aviation experts have been involved in the commission. Although the final results of the investigations are not known, initial evidence strengthens the possibility that the accident was deliberately caused. Azerbaijan's state institutions and international organizations are working closely on this issue, trying to shed light on all details.
We now know that the Azerbaijani aircraft was shot down by Russian air defense. However, investigations indicate that this happened due to carelessness rather than intentionally. In any case, this mistake has caused serious diplomatic tension in the region. Russia's position and behavior regarding this incident has raised additional questions. The issue is that after the aircraft was shot down, it was not allowed to land in Russian territory. The redirection of the aircraft to Kazakhstan raises the possibility of an attempted cover-up. Moreover, Russia's failure to immediately admit its mistake and attempts to conceal the incident has raised suspicions about our northern neighbor. After the incident, Russian officials did not take any responsibility and preferred to wait for the details of the incident to emerge. However, After international pressure increased and several facts came to light, Russian President Vladimir Putin called Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev to apologize for the mistake. However, no concrete steps were taken to mitigate the consequences of the incident or to support the victims.
According to military experts, Russian air defense systems should have been operated with serious control and precise coordination. The accidental targeting of a passenger aircraft cannot be excused in any way. The crash indicates flaws in Russia's defense system. Although official Moscow have tried to portray the incident as an accidental occurrence, this cannot keep it outside the responsibility created by international law. The loss of dozens of lives creates serious international responsibility. Although Azerbaijan expects more transparency, a full investigation, and support for the victims from Russia, so far Russia has only apologized. According to international aviation rules, closer coordination between countries and improvement of security systems are required to prevent such accidents. However, Russia's behavior regarding the incident shows that this issue is also related to geopolitical matters. Not allowing the aircraft to land and not immediately acknowledging responsibility can be interpreted as Russia's attempts to maintain its influence in the region.
Azerbaijan has immediately conveyed its demands to Russia regarding the plane crash. President Ilham Aliyev stated that Russia must apologize to Azerbaijan, openly admit its guilt, punish those responsible by bringing them to justice, and pay compensation to our state as well as to the affected passengers and crew members. Only one of these demands, the apology, has been fulfilled. However, this does not mean that official Moscow has taken full responsibility. The absurd claims made by Russian officials about the crash, such as collision with a flock of birds or a gas cylinder explosion, has been seriously criticized by the Azerbaijani public and international media. Meanwhile, the Prosecutor General's Office of Azerbaijan has opened a criminal case and created a special investigation team to identify those responsible. Azerbaijan is closely cooperating with Russia and Kazakhstan on this issue. President Ilham Aliyev has clearly stated that attempts to brush aside the incident and cover up responsibility are unacceptable and such behaviors must be prevented. The families of those who lost their lives in the accident experienced great shock, and Azerbaijan Airlines' image was severely damaged. In this regard, the demand for compensation is understandable and that Russia must face the consequences. Along with compensation, Azerbaijan also demands that Russia will take all the necessary measures to prevent such incidents from happening in the future.
Azerbaijan demands a fully objective investigation into this incident and a fair resolution of the issue with the participation of international experts. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized that Russia's fulfillment of all requirements is important in terms of bilateral relations. Overall, the Aktau incident is a tragic event from which countries in the region, including Azerbaijan, should draw serious conclusions. The processes following the accident show that this incident is not just an aviation safety issue, but also an important test in terms of diplomatic responsibility, international law, and bilateral relations. Under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev, Azerbaijan has demanded an objective investigation and has brought this issue to the international level. Demonstrates our president's principled position in defending our national interests. President Ilham Aliyev's determination and principled stance during these difficult days once again proves that he will never allow the rights of its citizens to be violated. He did not allow the tragedy to be covered up, and as the leader of an influential country, he conveyed this to the whole world, demonstrating that he stands with the people on any issue. Although Russia's apology does not lessen our pain, it is a step towards establishing justice regarding this incident. It is likely that those responsible for the incident will be punished and compensation will be paid to the affected families. Let us also not forget that throughout history, we have overcome all difficulties together, becoming stronger while carrying our pain on our shoulders. This time will be no different. So keep your eyes on us.